Imagine stepping out of a time machine and immediately ducking as a terrifying, buzzing drone the size of an eagle swoops past your head. Only it is not a drone, it is a living, breathing, giant dragonfly. Welcome to Earth 300 million years ago, long before the very first dinosaur even existed. Forget the globe you have sitting on your desk. The continents as we know them have not broken apart yet. Instead, they're smashed together into one colossal megacontinent called Pangaea. Surrounding this massive chunk of rock is an endless deep blue global ocean known as Panthalassa. The climate here is extreme. Deep inland, it is a harsh, dry, and freezing desert wasteland where survival is nearly impossible. But if you travel toward the planet's equator, everything transforms into a vibrant, glowing green paradise. Think of the Amazon rainforest, but cranked up to maximum humidity. In these steamy, swampy forests, something invisible is working like a biological cheat code: the oxygen. Today, the air we breathe is roughly 21% oxygen, but back in this ancient world, oxygen levels skyrocketed past 30%. Why does that matter? Well, insects do not have lungs like we do. They breathe through tiny, microscopic tubes along their bellies. In our modern, lower oxygen world, those tubes limit how big a bug can get. But with that super-rich ancient air, insects went into hyperdrive, mutating into absolute titans. Look up at the thick canopy. That giant shadow is Meganeura, a monstrous dragonfly with a staggering 2.5-foot wingspan. With giant, sparkling, compound eyes, this aerial assassin dives through the humid air, snatching up smaller insects like a fighter jet. Now look down. Crawling through the muddy, rotting leaves is the stuff of nightmares, Arthropleura. Imagine a heavy, armored millipede stretching over 8 feet long and weighing as much as a refrigerator. It looks like an alien tank, but surprisingly, this massive beast is just a gentle herbivore, munching peacefully on dead plants. And what are they eating? The forests themselves are totally alien. There are no colorful, blooming flowers or buzzing bees here. The world is entirely green and brown. You are surrounded by massive, towering pillars called lepidodendrons. These are not normal trees. They're giant, scaly plants that shoot 130 feet into the sky, covered in bark that looks exactly like reptile skin. But if you think the land is terrifying, grab a diving suit and plunge into the ancient waters. Hidden in the dark depths are eurypterids, better known as sea scorpions. Imagine a sleek, swimming scorpion the size of a modern crocodile. Monsters like Jacalopterus stretched nearly 9 feet long, using devastating spiked claws to crush early fish. The oceans are a museum of ancient wonders. Scuttling across the sandy floor are trilobites, little armored creatures with strange, rigid eyes made of actual rock crystals. And echoing from even older evolutionary times was Anomalocaris, a bizarre, gliding super predator that looked like a giant flattened shrimp with a circular, razor-sharp mouth. This incredible, oversized alien world of giant bugs and armored sea monsters ruled for millions of years, but nothing lasts forever. Our planet is constantly changing, and a devastating mass extinction event eventually swept across the globe. Massive volcanic eruptions poisoned the sky, radically changing the climate. Over 90% of all species were wiped out forever. The giant bugs suffocated, and the ancient forests collapsed. But this tragic end was not truly a finale. It was a fresh start. The clearing of the stage made room for the next grand rulers of Earth, the mighty dinosaurs.